I'm genuinely kind to everyone in my life. If a friend called me and told me she'd blown it, I'd be gentle with her. Then I'll do something I know I shouldn't, and I think, what is wrong with me? There's one person I'm not always kind to, and that's me. The things I say to myself, I'd never say out loud to a friend. So Suzette, please tell us there's something we can do about that voice. Welcome to Unafraid Living. I'm Kim. I'm the one asking the questions, but I'm also making sure that we're getting the real answers.
And I'm Coach Suzette, brain health professional, life coach, and your biggest cheerleader for the life you actually want. Together, we're going to quiet the fear and turn up the courage.
Do you know your fear pattern?
Most people don't, but when you do, you start to understand why you overthink, why certain conversations feel impossible, and why you shut down when things get hard.
Well, we have a free 3-minute quiz that tells you exactly which pattern is running your life. And then we send you personalized tools based on your results.
It's the starting point for everything we talk about here.
Take it at unafraidliving.com/quiz. And the link is also in the show notes. Episode number 24. Today we are talking about negative self-talk and what actually happens, where it comes from, and what to do when it won't shut the bleep up.
So what actually is negative self-talk? I think we need to define it first. Okay. It's not just being hard on yourself. It can be being hard on yourself after maybe something bad happens. But any internal dialogue that tears you down, predicts the worst, keeps you stuck, makes you have guilt when it's maybe not real guilt, when you're comparing yourself to other people, all of these things, they're all negative self-talk. Anything that isn't helpful and building you up and others up is negative. So anything that is negative about yourself is negative self-talk.
That makes sense.
I know, it's pretty plain and simple. Anything that is negative about yourself is negative self-talk. Where do the patterns come from? Well, lots of places. Your history built up over the years, like the things maybe you heard in a classroom, maybe at home, maybe a boyfriend or a girlfriend said to you and really made an impact. The people that you respect, your aunt or uncle, all over the place. Or maybe it's not somebody speaking negativity into you. Maybe it's your own version of you. So you think of yourself as lesser than as far as academics go. Why? Because you didn't do that well in history and math. And so you think, well, I'm just not that smart. Well, it's probably not true that you're not smart. It's just that you don't do well necessarily and you don't like history and math. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
So all of these kinds of things, we don't just hear from other people, but it's our own experiences where we believe we failed.
The way we interpret things.
Exactly. The way that we handle ourselves in relationships that don't turn out the way that we want them to. We think that it was all our fault. It maybe had nothing to do with you. Maybe it had everything to do with the partner that you thought you wanted, but actually had a girlfriend back home.
Right.
That he went back to.
Are you speaking from experience?
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're basically believing lies that you tell yourself.
Exactly. The lie that most people miss is thinking that their thoughts are true, but they're not always true.
That's right. Our brain makes up stuff all the time, right?
We lie to ourselves all the time. They're unquestioned thoughts, and then they become automatic negative thoughts. So thoughts that we treat as though they're real, then they function like facts in our brain. And that is not helpful for a person to thrive. Our body responds as if it's real. When we think, I'm terrible in history and I'm sitting at a table and they're having a conversation about history and I can't participate. And we're just like, oh, hopefully nobody says anything, don't look at me, So we start to sweat or our heart rate shifts. All these stress hormones rise for absolutely no reason. we don't need to participate in that conversation. Or if we do, we just let them know. History wasn't my thing. I wish I'd liked history, but that wasn't my thing. And so it's really fascinating listening to all of you. Or maybe you're bored out of your mind. And don't say that then.
So that's pretty wild, though, that just a thought could change your body chemistry like that.
Oh, yes. It certainly does. Every thought actually triggers a neurochemical release. So whether it's positive or negative, whether it's accurate or inaccurate, we get these chemical surges in our body that make us feel a certain way. So it's not just mindset, it's biology. So your thoughts literally shape how your body functions. And that, when taken to a deeper level, can get pretty interesting.
I bet. I kind of think that entertainment, TV and movies play on this because you could be watching a love story and get a really sappy feeling and you just feel so good. Or scary movies do the same kind of thing. They're using your biology in a specific way to make you feel a specific way about a movie.
You're not wrong. Those media people, they've got it dialed in. And it causes the behavior of not one person, but a whole society to be different.
That's so, like you said, fascinating before. Anyway, we could get really deep into this, but we won't. Let's go on.
Okay. Negative self-talk wears so many different disguises. I kind of mentioned them earlier, but there is a way that Dr. Daniel Amen talks about automatic negative thoughts that is really interesting because it categorizes how we think, and it helps when we want to change that thought pattern. When we want to change any thought pattern, we can look at these 9 species of, he calls them ants, automatic negative thoughts. It's the acronym for it. And it's actually quite a great acronym, I think, because ants are nasty and you can't get rid of them and all the things.
You got to smash them and get rid of them actively.
Actively. It takes a lot of effort. And if you want to do it the right way to keep them gone, then it's even more action oriented.
I got to say here, we have a quiz. I'm going to bring this up. We have a quiz called the Unafraid Profile Quiz. And you take this quiz and it's like 3 minutes and it will tell you what your profile is, your fear profile. And in these fear profiles, we will help you recognize these ants and give you some tools to squash them. You can go to unafraidliving.com/quiz and take this quiz and find out what you're dealing with. Okay, let's get back to it.
As we talk about the ants, I want you to pick 3 or maybe 4 different species that feel like they are most active and alive in your life, and then go deeper on them on your own time. So there's the all or nothing ant. It's the fatalist approach. Like, I always mess things up. Things never work out for me. You hear that never and always, or perfect or disaster. There is no middle ground. Your brain loves categories because they're efficient, but all or nothing categories are almost never accurate.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, like remember I guess it was a different episode, talking about how when you set a boundary, that there could be flexibility and grace in that boundary, within that boundary. It's the kind of the same thing here, is that there's no grace. Nothing, there's no grace. There's no flexibility.
Right.
And so really, most things aren't all or nothing.
You're right. Most things aren't. There's flexibility in almost everything.
Gray area. My dad didn't like gray area. He wanted things to be black and white. And that has left a mark on me. So less than, the comparison trap. Yeah, the less than ant is a comparison trap. And it is such a big, huge, nasty ant. It is such a big, we are infested with it in this country. Social media and the scrolling and always feeling like left behind or lesser than or not good enough. All of the things, don't look good enough, don't have enough. All of those things, comparing yourself to someone's ideal that they're posting on social media to your real life, it's totally unfair. But your brain is wired to compare. It's what it does. It was useful when you were needing to survive. It was checking the environment. We've talked about this many times, how your brain scans the environment and positions you so that you know where you rank, and you know that you're not going to get killed. You're not going to do something dumb and get out there for the rhinoceros to come and gore you to death.
Right. We're not living that way anymore, are we? In fact, we had a whole show about the comparison.
We did. Now, what that less than comparison thing does to us, it just makes us feel small. Then there's just the bad ant, and that's the negativity bias. You get 9 compliments and 1 negative thing. And what do you hold on to?
Yeah, that negative one. And you think about it midnight or at 3 a.m. in the morning and ruminate on it.
Yeah, your brain just
for years to
fixates
come.
on it. Even though you had all this positive. If you lived your life not hearing any of the negative stuff, I can't imagine what the world would look like. We'd be really successful people. So our brain is designed to focus on threats. So if there's just the bad stuff, then we have to notice, oh yeah, that's a threat. We have to be careful. Don't do too much. Skirt around the edges. But you know how it is. At 2 a.m., you're replaying that awkward moment again and again and again. And then there's the fortune-telling ant. So predicting the worst before it happens. Uh-oh. That lands with you,
well,
Kim.
In a way, yes. It annoys me, honestly. I do see that in people that I've known, and that just annoys me. I'm like, how do you know something bad's going to happen?
Okay, I was thinking, you're such an optimist, and you're like a go-getter and do things. So I was thinking, how does this play? But I thought you were going to tell me that you struggled with it. But it annoys you in other people.
It does.
Get it? So predicting the worst before it happens keeps you from doing so many things. At least you don't do them with enthusiasm, because you're always scared that something bad is going to happen. I'll embarrass myself or whatever. And then there's mind reading.
This too annoys me.
Yes, but we are the worst at it. And I feel like it's a little bit like comparison. We in this country, it's like we don't use enough words, or we use too many words. We think that somebody knows something or believes something because they gave us a look.
Right.
Yeah. It's so crazy that facial expressions mean all these things that they don't mean. Yes, there are facial expressions. I get it. That detectives and police officers, CIA, all of them, they know how to read those. But we take this like we're experts at it.
Right.
Especially with someone close to us.
Yeah.
And we mess our relationships up because of mind reading.
And all we had to do was ask.
Right?
What are you thinking about right now? Why are you making that face?
Yes. And there are ways we can think about how to ask questions that aren't offensive too. Like, I see this means something. I see on your face, this is meaning something to you. Tell me about that, So, yeah, I don't know why we don't. I'm guilty. And then there's guilt meetings, the people who should on themselves all the time.
Yes.
That annoys me.
Well,
yes.
That's where I struggle. Well, I have been for a long time. I'm getting better.
Good. Yeah, like I should have known better. I should be further along. I ought to be over this by now. Every should is a little hammer in our brain. Or maybe it's more like a little, what's that called? A rototiller, or like a little, it's a blade that, runs through our brain and cuts that neural rut even deeper. And then there's blaming. So shifting responsibility onto others. It reinforces a victim mindset. And makes us powerless. Blaming is a good way for people to do nothing.
Yeah, totally. and not take responsibility for anything.
That if you're not taking responsibility for anything, it's just everybody else's fault. You are the way you are. You don't do anything, and
That's
you can
right.
be fine with it, but you're not really fine with it.
That's
It's
right.
a terrible place to be. If only I'll be happy when. It's the people who argue with the past and think that things in the future could possibly make them happy. Wouldn't it be nice? That's what my dad used to say.
Oh,
Wouldn't
really?
it be nice? Yes.
Okay,
It
so-
was a telltale sign that's, yeah, and I knew it.
Okay. Okay.
Labeling. Labeling is another ant that can hurt us in big ways. The thing is, with labeling, labels can even be true labels, but they can hurt us if we are looking at them in a negative light. So we have to be really careful with labels, even diagnoses. It's really important to be careful with what we believe about the label.
Okay. If you listen to us, you know that we usually give you the weekly practice at the end of the show, but we're giving it to you now.
That's right. This week, I want you to notice which ants pop up for you. And if you don't know what they are, you can go to Daniel Amen's blog and just ask for automatic negative thoughts in the search bar. And it'll pop up. You'll see all 9 of them. And just really think about which ones you struggle with, because knowing what they are can help you to move away from them. And as you notice them, remember, these are neural ruts. These are pathways. These are automatic. They have gotten there because you have thought these thoughts before, and now they pop up without you even thinking. So don't beat yourself up that they pop up for you. It's not what you want to think right now. That's okay. But you have a prefrontal cortex that can fight back against these ants. You don't have to let ants overtake your house, and you don't have to let ants overtake your brain.
So when we have these negative thoughts, how do we stop having the negative thoughts?
Yeah, because negative thoughts just mean more negative thoughts. So the goal isn't positive thinking. It's accurate thinking. You want to be able to name what you're thinking. It's honesty, being honest with yourself and seeing things as they actually are. So getting out of this box you're in and having a bigger perspective. So you don't want to look at life through the lens of your worst day. You want to look at life and your thoughts through the lens of your biggest cheerleader in life.
Okay.
So maybe think of yourself when you were a little one and your mom was your biggest cheerleader, or a teacher that thought that you were the best. That is the kind of perspective that we need to look at ourselves with, so that these thoughts that we're having have room to change.
You got to give yourself a little bit of room and switch from the automatic to the
Intentional.
Intentional, that's the word I'm looking for. And not just positive. Be honest.
Be honest with yourself. It's funny how many people talk about being depressed, and then when you ask them, well, what's not going well in your life? Oh, everything's good. I have such a good life. Don't want to talk about that. And it's just funny to me because, like, literally in coaching, I'm not talking about just a friend. I'm talking about in a coaching session where they're there because they want to not be depressed.
Right.
And
They're there for a reason.
They're there for a reason. But yet you try to drill in and get them to talk about what's negative. Everyone wants to deny that they have negative thoughts.
Yeah.
We're talking about all these negative thoughts, and some people are going to think, I have all of them. And some people are going to think they don't have any of them. The thing is, we all have some of them. Everyone has some of them. It's researched. There's not a single person on earth that doesn't struggle with some of these automatic negative thoughts, because we have a history, and our history is not perfect. Whether it was our childhood, our marriage, our whatever, our life has not been perfect. So therefore, our brain then has some automatic negative thoughts. Maybe just because we're human. The thing is if you don't identify immediately with one, you might want to take the quiz. You might want to take the quiz anyway, because you might be misidentifying what you really struggle with. Sometimes we peg things that aren't reality, just like the negative thoughts, right? They're not reality. We're having these negative thoughts. It's not real, but we're hanging on to it like it is. So taking the quiz will help you identify which ones you really do struggle with the most. And it will give you a profile. So what are the 5 profiles, Kim?
There are strivers, defenders, avoiders, harmonizers, and deep thinkers.
So you are going to take the quiz and then you're going to get results. And it's free. It costs you nothing. And the results are quite informing. So I would really encourage you to go to
unafraidliving.com/quiz.
So you're not just going to get pegged and say, oh, now I'm a harmonizer. That's a label. You're going to get some follow-up. It's just 3 emails that you'll get that will help you to understand which ants you're fighting against. And it's going to give you some virtues, some things to do, some action that you can actually do to change what is going on with you. You're going to walk away with tools that will help you squash some of these ants and get you on a better road to positive thinking and real, honest, positive thinking, not false positivity, real, honest, positive thinking that will help you thrive in this life. Now, there's another thing you might want to put on your radar to watch out for. We've got some books coming out. They're little mini books that will go right along with these profiles. So there's the Harmonizer one will be the first one that comes out. I'm not sure which one the second one is, but the Harmonizer was one that I am a harmonizer. It's the people pleaser. And so then, of course, I worked on that one first.
Awesome. So keep that in mind. We will launch that as soon as we can, and you will know all about it. I do want to let you know that we are starting a series next week that will be for a harmonizer. We're going to share 5 episodes to help a harmonizer squash these ants to go along with this quiz. So hopefully you take the quiz, and if you are a harmonizer, definitely tune in. But if you aren't, you should probably still tune in. So this week's practice, we've already gone through, but just a quickie, tell us what it is.
This week, notice which ants speak the loudest to you. Just notice it. You don't need to try to fix them. You don't need to argue with them. You don't need to squash them or try to squash them. Just meet the ant where it is, notice it, and keep going.
If something landed for you today, share it with someone who needs to hear it. That's how we grow this community.
And when you're ready to take the next step, the Unafraid course is waiting for you at unafraidcourse.com. I'd love to coach you through it.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. And don't forget to check the show notes. And remember, your brain is listening.
So fear less, keep calm, live more, and listen on.